of the issues they raised was that Robert Gabriel Mugabe was surrounded by corrupt elements who were siphoning the resources meant to benefit the people of Zimbabwe. And they actually got rid of him and brought in Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa. One of the things they hoped was going to do was to actually usher in a democratic society and ensure that corruption is decisively dealt with. But has Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa done so? There is absolutely nothing less than Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa being the disappointment, particularly to the people that put him, as difficult as it was to remove a dictator that entrenched in the Zimbabwean politics. I'm talking about Robert Gabriel Mugabe. It was quite a heavy task. And guess what? The very same people who installed Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa to be the president, they are now calling his head for his head politically, saying he has failed to actually live up to the mandate they gave him to do. So today, Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa, in an effort to thwart his removal, he has called a politburo, and in that politburo, almost all the members of the politburo, they support Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa. They are individuals who are tweaking for the 2030 mantra. The mind-boggling question is, will he be allowed to actually implement the 2030 without an opposition? That is why I say there is a very, difficult task ahead of him today, because he has to present what he has been shying against, to the politburo, and the politburo actually discussed the 2030 mantra. Part of the issues that will be ventilated on is the implementation of the 2030 mantra, is the conference as well. I wonder whether Mnangagwa would be comfortable to still allow the conference to be held in Mutare, because I strongly believe the setting is strategically a disadvantage for him. That is why Blessed Geza has maintained that and called for people to go to Mutare so that they actually bury the 2030 mantra. People should listen to that old man when he's speaking that, because it's not just empty words. And even Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa, you will watch with the actions that he is going to do in the next coming days, that he takes Blessed Geza very, very seriously. So today's politburo will mainly focus on conference logistics. It's not a difficult issue for him, especially if the focus was only on conference. But also, we know that the conference of ZANU-PF, it is mainly an imposition of what politburo agrees. They just go and tell the people what the in fact, it's not the people who tell them what to do. It is the other way around. So this last politburo, the last central committee meeting, as well as also the NCA before the conference, these are the deciding. In fact, the deciding body is the politburo. Politburo is going to report to the central committee. The central committee is going to report to the NCA, and then they are going to take that to the conference. People would be actually choreographed to sing, but they will be singing what would have already been agreed during the ZANU-PF politburo meeting. So it's quite a crucial politburo. We know that, and as of today, retired General Chiwenga has never publicly endorsed the 2030 mantra that Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa and those who are around him have been actually talking about. He has never endorsed that publicly. He has stood firm against the 2030 mantra. And also the most crucial and tipping point would be the issue of Mnangagwa Chakwireyi. It's quite clear for retired General Chwenga that Mnangagwa Chakwireyi is being brought into the Central Committee, and eventually he would be brought into the Politburo to actually get rid of him. That is the long-term plan of Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. It has been a debatable issue. The faction of Mnangagwa saying Mnangagwa Chakwireyi is now part of the Central Committee. The faction of retired General Chwenga saying no, Mnangagwa Chakwireyi was not co-opted into the Central Committee of ZANU-PF. So it's a back and forth matter. It is a matter also that will be ventilated today, and we will see who eventually wins between the factions tomorrow, because tomorrow there is a Central Committee meeting. We will see whether Mnangagwa Chakwireyi attends that Central Committee. If he attends that Central Committee, then it would mean a Politburo would have actually endorsed that Mnangagwa Chakwireyi is now part of the Central Committee meeting. If not, the answer would be the opposite to what I have just said. So it's quite a very, very interesting Politburo meeting. To get a little bit of the hint, I think we'll have to listen at Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa's opening remarks. They will definitely point us to what may be discussed, and also his attitude in doing so, as well as the attitude of his vice presidents, particularly retired General Chwenga. Normally he reads a statement while he is sitting next to him. But as Blessed Geza indicated, of which there is no reason not to believe him, he noted that the temperatures are rising politically in Zimbabwe, which means the factions, all of them, they are determined in achieving their goals. Mnangagwa wants to stay in power up to 2030. Equally so, the retired General Chwenga has vowed that even if it means fighting to stop Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa or to bury Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, that would be the route that would be used. Especially war veterans have vowed. And remember, don't underestimate war veterans. This is what the miscalculation that was done by Robert Gabriel Mugabe. He underestimated them. These people are not working in isolation. That is why when Blessed Geza make a public address, he put on the military gear, because the war veterans are simply a reserve of the military. And when you hear the war veterans coming out openly complaining about the political situation in Zimbabwe, somewhere, somehow, the military is not actually happy. It shares similar sentiments with the war veterans. And hence, a politician who takes these people, who does not take them seriously, then does not understand politics, and this will eventually lead to his political suicide. So is Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa not taking the war veterans seriously? I don't think so. He is taking them seriously. That is why you see their plans have been delayed from March up to today. They have, the process of removing Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa began. But look at how many months it's taken, because Mnangagwa also comes with countermeasures to remain in power. So today's Politburo would be actually very, very interesting event that we will follow and most probably try to be in the walls of that particular Politburo. And there will be one or two exposés today on what has transpired before. Remember, we are living into today, but we don't know most of the things that are happening. There is a lot that is actually taking place behind the scenes as the succession is actually going on within ZANU-PF. So quite a tough, really Politburo for Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, and even for retired General Chwenga. And Zimbabweans would be looking at these meetings with actually keen interest, hoping to see what exactly would be the results of these meetings. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also to remember to support my album, which is available on all digital platforms. You search for Hloniphani Ncube, and the title of the album is Uthando Lwakhe. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast.